Good morning. You know what time it is? It's coffee time. That's right, with Michael Sanchez, author Michael Sanchez, that is. Anyway, how's everyone doing today on this early morning Thursday? Beautiful Thursday. It's going to be a hot one. 81 degrees they're talking about right now, but it's gonna be hotter than that. That 100-degree index or more. Yeah, you know what I mean. But you know what? I'm still drinking that hot Bustelo coffee. You know, what I mean, that good coffee. 100 degrees or not, I'm still going to drink that up. You know what I'm saying? For you coffee drinkers out there. Anyway, it's good to be on here. Looking forward to chat regarding our topic for today. It's called Character Arc. As regards to characters in a story. And there are different type of characters in a story that very important for the storyline. You know what I mean? For you authors out there, you writers, Uh, always, it's always interesting how we give life to these characters. Anyway, looking forward to having Author Lorraine Carey in to give her part into the topic. Uh, been here many times before. She's pretty cool, knows her stuff, and I'm looking forward to having her here, as well as other folks are willing to come in. So if y'all want to give it a shot uh, to chat about the topic, you can chat right on in on the link that I provided. Again, this is regarding character arc, and of course, what is a character arc? Well, a character arc is the transformation or inner journey of a character over the course of the story. Again, a character arc is the transformation or inner journey of a character over the course of a story. I usually call it my my journey. You know, has been transforming for years. You know what I mean? That's I'm a character, all right. Anyways, so looking forward to talking about that. Come on in, and if y'all want to chat, just let me know. And look forward to hearing from you guys. Anyway, again, character arc. It's a very interesting topic. Again, hopefully you can get Lorraine Carey in here talk about it. Of course, character arc, like I said, it's transformation in the journey of a character over the course of the story you're telling. Uh, it could be emotional, psychological, or moral, and it reflects the character's responses to the world around them. I find that interesting, very interesting. So, yeah, I was anybody who's a Soprano fan. The Sopranos. Jersey folks. You know what I'm saying? Christopher Maltasante. He's a he was questioning himself, especially about the his arc. What is his arc? What does it mean? And I found that interesting, and that's why I wanted to do this segment regarding character arc, because I found his questioning regarding his arc and very interesting. And of course, he wanted to be like his guys, like his friends. You know what I mean? In that mobster world, but he never felt like he fit in. You know what I mean? Like he just wasn't placed right. You know what I mean? And he was wanting so much to be like them and going through all those that roller coaster. Trying to be a gangster, trying to be like good old Tony Soprano. His mentor. And but at the end, he realized that it was not for him. But it was too late. It was definitely too late. So that's a character that definitely transformed throughout the show. You know, uh, and but at the end, he paid the price for wanting to be, a gangster, if you will. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. These characters, how we build them up. They turn out to be one thing, and at the end, they turn out to be something totally different. From a nobody to a hero, at the end of the story, or starts out as a hero, ends up being, a villain. It's amazing how that goes. They don't realize that at some part of the story they're going to end up being something very important in that story, or it could be good or bad. So yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Again, waiting for my good friend Lorraine Carey to come on in and see if she could talk a little bit about it. And again, that's very important. Of course, the what are the three major types of character arcs? There are three to find interesting. Of course, uh, there's the positive arc, the negative arc, and the flat arc, which serves a distinct purpose and can bring a unique flavor to your story. A unique flavor, yeah. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Anybody ever see that? That's a great Western flick. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, that's a good one. Of course, the positive arc, um, the transformation, if you will. Like I was saying about the Christopher character, Christopher Montesante. The positive arc, you try to be good, but the positive arc or positive character protagonist starts off with a flaw or limitation, whether it's a belief, a fear, a lack of self awareness. And over the course of the story, they grow and evolve into better version of themselves. Like I said before, they start off, a nobody, what I mean? And at the end, end up being the hero, uh, which is interesting. Uh, they overcome internal and external obstacles to achieve personal growth. To achieve personal growth. That's an interesting. But you know what? We go through that in real life too. Um, we all go through that in real life as well. But in a character, like I said, you don't know where he or she is going. Um, but they turn out to be nobody, like no one. They're just starting out and whatnot. In your story, in your mind, you have no idea that eventually he or she, this character that you just built in your mind, that comes to life once you put it down on paper, will end up being the hero of this story, if you will, which is kind of cool. Very interesting. Um, yeah, I find that very interesting. Yes, I do. Again, I'm trying to see if I can get Lorraine Carey here again so she can tell me her say in this uh, topic. You know what? One of the blogs that says that I found out Rebecca Pickens, she mentioned a positive character arc. He started out a certain way. You know how he started out. That Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge started out bad, just nasty. Everybody hated him, and he was just a miser. You know what I mean? Nobody could stand him. But what happened at the end of the story? He turned out to be from a total creep, from a total creep to he changed and helped what Tiny Tim, you know, his family at the end, and just from stealing everybody's money, if you will, he decided to help out the community instead. You know what I mean? So yeah, he definitely changed his life, especially after seeing his admonitions come to his room and waking him up from his nasty, dirty deeds, if you will. A positive arc is uplifting because it reflects the potential for personal development. It speaks to the hope that we too can overcome our challenges and become better versions of ourselves. It's funny, right? about these characters, again, that we build in our minds and write down in these stories that we do. Find that interesting. You know how that just comes about. You have no idea again how it just happens as you're writing the story. Some folks write it on the outline, build them up in the outline, and then eventually put it down on paper again when they're ready to write the story. I don't know. I could do that. I can't do an outline, write all that material, especially when you're building that character and then rewrite it again. It's a lot of work, but a lot of folks can do it. I can't, but I do it just one and done, one and done. Anyway, so that's the interesting arc, the positive arc, or the transformation, if you will call it. I think that's pretty interesting. The second, the second character or arc, if you will, it's called the negative arc. Yes, the negative arc or the fall. In contrast to the positive arc, a negative arc shows a character's decline or moral degeneration. That's interesting. Moral degeneration. Let's see. Oh, I got somebody here. Hey, Eva, you there?
Yes, I'm here at last.
Hey, how you doing? Do you have a hard time getting in? How'd that go?
I did.
You
You
did.
said you said there was nothing to download, Bright, to download the Riverside app.
See, you know what? She didn't tell me that. But you're in. You're in. You're
Anyway, I've
in.
got there
Sorry,
in the
folks.
end.
For you folks listening out there, you heard her. I guess you got to download something there. So, so this could be my first live, show here. So, Ava, you been listening?
No, because I've only just got in.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, well, the topic is character arc.
Yes,
Um, and right now I'm down to the three major types of character arcs. You know what that is, right?
yeah.
Okay, so the first one was the positive arc or transformation. How would you define it, and what you think of? You could maybe mention a character or two that you dealt with.
Not fully understanding that one, Michael.
All right. Well, you know that a positive arc is a positive character. The protagonist starts off with a flaw or limitation, whether it's a belief or fear or lack of awareness, and over the course of the story, they grow and evolve into a better version of themselves. Do you recall a character or two that you wrote in a story that started like this
Yes,
and at the end turned out to be a hero or whatnot?
yes. I started out with a good character who turned out to be nasty.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that on the second one. But do you recall maybe one that started off nobody? You know what I mean? Just a character. Next thing you know, they end up being the hero.
Yeah. Uh,
Or maybe just describe in your mind what you think it is. Or something
um,
maybe you've seen in a movie, a character you saw in a movie. It started out like this, and at the end, like I mentioned, like maybe Ebenezer Scrooge. He started out a creep, if you will. You know what I mean? But at the end, he changes. He changed the heart and mind and helped the folks. What do you say?
yeah, yeah. Um, I think the character I would pick from a movie who turned out to surprise everybody about Hannah was John Coffey in The Green Mile.
Yes, yes,
Everybody thought he was murdering little children, and he wasn't. He was a really lovely guy.
yes. I love that movie, The Green Mile. Yes, that's
I
right.
do
Everybody,
too.
they saw this big guy, this monster of a man, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And of course he
and
everybody feared him,
he
but
was
he
a
was quite
frightened
gentle.
he
Yes.
was frightened of the dark.
Yes, yeah. It was funny. You see a big guy like that, afraid of the dark. You know, it was
Yeah,
kind of wild, but he had a good heart, and it's a
yeah,
shame.
he
It's a
did have
shame.
a
He
good
just didn't
heart.
fit in. He didn't fit into that world. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. All right. Well, since you mentioned the negative, like I was saying, the negative arc or the fall, as they call it,
Yeah,
is a negative arc shows a character's decline or moral degeneration. Rather than evolving toward a better version of themselves, these characters succumb to their flaws, often making choices that lead to their downfall. Their
yes.
arc serves as a cautionary tale showcasing the consequences of negative traits like greed, arrogance, or selfishness. You know any characters like that?
Oh, yeah. One of my characters, um, he totally changed character when he started on drugs.
Do you know what was this character in what movie or book?
Oh, this is one of my books. It's my trilogy, actually.
And then what's the name of this trilogy so folks out there will know?
The Hurt trilogy.
There you go. The Hurt trilogy. And I hear it's very good. I'm hearing a lot of good feedback on that. So you folks out there should get give it a shot. Check it out. What is it on Amazon, right?
It is on Amazon, yes.
There you go. There you go. Well, one story I was thinking about that started out like that, where the one of the lead characters, if you will, it's definitely changed. I don't know if you ever watched the what is it, House of the Dragon?
No,
Um,
not
it's
seen that.
like Game of Thrones,
Right,
but
okay. And I have to confess, I am probably the only person in the world who has not watched the Game of Thrones.
well, on this one, the queen is definitely she's definitely changing. She is her moral character and all that. It's really going downhill.
Uh-huh.
She's really transforming into something that she did not expect. I guess, and maybe it's because of the position, the crown. But it happens. It really happens. Yeah. So you say you know any other examples of a character that started real good and then at the end just turned out to be a real creep or whatnot?
Um, let me think. I can't think offhand, I'm sure something will come to me.
One thing this blogger here mentions says Heathcliff from the Wuthering Heights. It says the character begins as a tragic, misunderstood character, but his bitterness and desire for revenge transform into a cruel and vengeful figure. It happens. Happens quite a bit in these stories, right? Where someone starts out real sweet, nice, and whatnot, and just at the end turned out to be really bad news. Just bad
Yeah.
news. Uh, it's a shame, but it happens. Okay, the third part of it says the flat FLAT arc or consistency. It says the flat arc involves a character who remains largely the same throughout the story, but whose steadfastness and core beliefs serve as the catalyst for a change in others. These characters don't experience a significant internal transformation themselves, but their influence causes those around them to evolve. What say you regarding a character like that?
Oh, uh, I don't know of any characters like that.
Well, I mentioned the Chris Montesanti in The Sopranos. Tony Soprano is like that. He doesn't change really throughout the show. He's just he's the boss. But he
Yeah.
definitely transforms others uh, to just get worse throughout the story, if you will, because they're trying to impress him. They're They want to please the boss. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they go down this rabbit hole, and sometimes they wish at the end they didn't, but it's too late then.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, Tony Soprano is one of those that can definitely heal. His character stays the same, but his influence to others definitely helps them change their story. Do you know
Uh-huh.
anybody like that?
No,
No.
you
And
really
you
put
have,
me on the spot there.
yeah, characters like that maybe in your stories, in your trilogy, or any other books that you've written.
No, no
No.
characters like that in my stories.
Yeah, it's that's definitely interesting. That happens quite a bit in stories. I find that it says that the flat art is especially effective in stories with the characters' unwavering values or beliefs provide the strength needed to confront external challenges. We all go through that in life, right? Somebody that stays the same no matter what, but their influence and their knowledge and experience help you to change either for the good or for the bad. It happens in real life. What say you?
Mm.
All right. Well, why character arcs matter? Okay, it matter for emotional of your story. Strong character development is even more important than a good plot. What say you about that?
Um, no, not more important than a good plot. The good plot always has to come first.
There you go. And why you say that? Tell the audience that why.
You need the good plot to draw people in.
There you go. I like that. So
Once
Brookfield,
once
go
you've
ahead.
drawn them in with a good plot, that is when the importance of your character starts to matter then.
There you go. I like that. That makes a lot of sense. That
But
makes a
without a
lot.
good plot, you've no readers.
Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. Some of these plots of mine or stories are just so cliche. You already know before by the end of the first 2 pages, 3 pages. Sometimes you already know what's going to happen. It's so cliche. You already know.
Yeah.
You know many books like that and stories like that. Well, you know the
No.
plot just before the first chapter. What
Mm.
say you about that? You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. What say you about that? About people with these plots that if you want to call it plots in the story, you already know the ending before you get past that first chapter. What say you about that?
um, I wouldn't like to know the story's ending before I've started the first chapter.
Yes, 'cause that'll definitely make the story boring, wouldn't it?
It would. Where's the
Yeah.
point in reading it if you know how it's going to end?
Exactly, exactly. Now, yeah, I know like these character arcs, like I said, you have no idea that eventually they're gonna be the hero or the heroine or the villain. You have no
Yeah,
clue. The plot is so good that it just throws you off. Like sometimes, like in the middle of the story, it just throws you off. You had no idea that we're gonna turn out like that. Now that's a good story.
yeah, yeah.
That's a good story. Well, regarding your
Absolutely
trilogy,
agree.
what tell all the audience about your trilogy.
My trilogy is my main character is Helen Rushforth, and Helen Rushforth has had quite a privileged life, and she meets and marries a guy who works for her father, thinking he was a good guy. He's the one who turns out to not to be a good guy. So things start going wrong in a marriage, deceit, betrayal, lies, etc. And then Helen sort of loses the plot a bit and starts having mental health issues. And she meets a guy, a lawyer, who gets her involved in some very dark work indeed. And yeah, and through this dark world, she meets the handsome David Barnard. And before they get a chance to be together, David tragically dies. And yeah, Helen is going through a lot of trauma in her life. And at times you wonder, is she going to come through that trauma unscathed or not? Yeah, and things are quite bad for her for quite a while, but they do start to pick up in the final part of the trilogy.
Interesting. So, how long did it take you to write this trilogy?
Well, it took me, each book took me 3 or 4 months from beginning to end.
Interesting. Interesting. Now, you plan on moving forward with maybe doing a new series, but part of that series into a new one.
No, but however, I do have plans to do a novella, a
Ah,
shortened version, just looking into Helen's life since the end of the trilogy.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, so how long did have you been writing this trilogy? How long did it take you to from beginning to end?
I would say, because I wrote the first 2 books straight after each other, and then there was a gap of maybe 4 or 5 years until I got around to starting the final part.
Ah,
So, all in all, from the beginning to the end, um, I would say about 6, 7 years.
so in regards to the arcs, would you say that Helen was a positive arc, a negative arc, or consistency?
Consistent.
Consistent. Why say you? What's your opinion on it? Why?
Um, all the trauma she goes through does not change her as a person, um, but it makes her very strong. She's a very strong character, and yeah, she doesn't change. She stays the same girl she always was.
Got you. But do you believe maybe she changed others though? Maybe she didn't change. She remained the same, but changed others' lives, influenced other lives in the story.
Um, I wouldn't have said so. No.
So it didn't affect anyone negative or positive because of her, her way of being.
Um, Positive, I would say.
Positive. There you go. All right. Cool. Positive. Ah. So, what else have you been working on? You want to let the folks know?
What else am I working on?
Yes. Yes.
At the minute, I back in April, I released a book that was a collection of my short stories and flash fiction, and I'm working on a second collection at the minute. So, writing quite a lot of short stories at the minute.
Ah, that is so cool. That's pretty cool. Are you in a group? You might let the folks know out there.
Um, a group, as in what, a Facebook group or something like that.
Facebook group, yes. That maybe folks might want to join you.
Well, on Facebook, along with Lorraine Carey, we've got um, a group that's called Read, Write, Repeat.
Read, write, and repeat. And what's this group about?
Well, basically anything. Authors can come on and do book promos. Um, they can self-promote their own books or recommend other people's books. Sometimes it's about writing tips. Um, Anything goes really, as long as it's book related or reading.
Ah, is this a big group? Is it growing?
Well, we started it last April, like April 2025, and we're now almost at 1,600 members.
Wow, that is definitely growing. Yes. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yes,
So is
it's
it you and Lorraine Carey? You guys, is you and her managing this group?
yes,
Ah, that's
yeah.
pretty decent. So, did you get a lot of chatter from your group members?
Do we get a lot of what? Sorry.
A lot of chatter, a lot of back and forth regarding the writing.
No, not really. What we do find hard, we try to do 2 or 3 different events every week, and we do find it's hard work trying to get people to connect and take part in some of these events that we put out there.
Well, I'm sure that probably what also makes it difficult is the time zones and whatnot. It may be confusing, when they make contact with you guys, how to coordinate and whatnot. That's always an issue as well. Is that correct?
It could be, yes.
Yeah, that's I always found that a problem. Like so right now with this show right now. Guess this is the first one I've done uh, in a long time, and there's a new concept here. And apparently, you said you needed to download the link in order to get in.
Yes.
So look at that. So that's something new that I just figured out now, and hopefully maybe people learn that and download the link that I
Yeah.
provided. That way they can join.
Download, I had to download the Riverside app,
Right,
and then I had to copy and paste the link that you sent me
right.
before I could join the studio.
That's always something. It's always something. It never fails. It never fails. That's okay, but I'm happy. I'm on. Like I said, I've been out for a while, and just had to gather my mind, my thoughts, to move on forward. Need
Here in the Here in the UK, we are 5 hours ahead of you.
yeah, yeah, and that's what throws people off. Like you said, trying to coordinate, trying to get these people to get into your group. I'm sure it makes it very difficult because you're talking about UK and then US has so many different time zones. I don't know how many time zones
Yeah,
you got there, so that could be a
yeah,
problem.
yes, it certainly could be a problem.
Gotcha. And you handle one part of the group, and what does Lorraine Carey does? What does she do?
Lorraine's my admin. I started the group, and Lorraine's my admin, and I've got 2 more gentlemen authors from America who are also admins and
Uh,
form a part of the group.
Gotcha. So you guys talk quite a bit in coordinating and getting things together for this group.
Yeah,
That's quite cool. Now, are they in the UK with you, or are they in the States?
usually in the States.
In the States. That's pretty cool. That is cool. Um, how's your book signing, your marketing, promoting, and stuff of your work? How's that going?
It's doing all right. I've got quite a few book fairs coming up.
Ah, for those folks over there in the UK, if they're listening, you might want to tell them where these events gonna take
Right,
place.
okay. Um, I'm in Thirsk in North Yorkshire, and in our town we have a rural arts centre, and so we're doing a book fair at Rural Arts. And I've forgotten the date in September, but it's a Saturday.
Cool.
And after that, 2 weeks later, there's a book fair at Richmond in North Yorkshire, and that's called Boots and Books.
Ah. So, what's the feedback like? Anybody, you get messages or whatnot regarding your stories? What do they say?
Um, yes, I've had some good feedback, and I've got some good reviews on Amazon.
That is always good. I like that.
Oh yeah,
When you get that good
definitely,
feedback, that makes you feel so good. Yes.
it does.
Yes, it does.
The
Interesting.
problem being though, if somebody buys a book at a book fair, then Amazon doesn't like them going on to review because it's not a verified Amazon purchase.
Interesting. Huh. Very interesting. Now, do you publish your own books or you get someone else to do it for you? You there? Hello, Ava. You there? Hello. I tell you. You there? Having technical difficulties here. Anyway, that's very interesting. The Hurt, the trilogy from Eva Bilby. Uh, she's pretty. Anyway, I really and because I was expecting Lorraine Carey to come in, but apparently issues getting in here. Because one, I didn't
Yes,
know you download this app. It's new, but anyway. Hey, but you still there?
she's having difficulties,
Is she?
Michael. I've
Yes.
just seen the
Yeah, I'm
message
sure a lot
from
of
her.
folks are having that issue. I tell you, again, this new platform, just trying to get familiar with it. Hopefully, the next time this won't happen. So, but it's always nice to talk to you. That's for sure.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to talk to you as well. It seems to have been a long time.
It has, right? It's quite a bit. For you dog lovers out there, you animal lovers. I lost a very good friend, my boy. He was family, and it really hurt. It really hurt.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah, that hurt.
Um,
So I
it's it
wasn't my.
it's never easy losing a
Nope.
pet.
No, it was definitely more than a pet. It was definitely family, and it really hurt. So I couldn't think straight. It really hurt because he was
Yes,
always waiting. He was always behind that door, waiting for me to finish up and take him out. He was always expecting that hour. He knew right away. Hey,
yes,
something was
of
happening.
course.
Yes, but talking to you guys out there and you listeners out there listening, that always helps as well. So, um, it was also just cool. Again, hopefully you could tell these folks, you talk to those folks out there in the groups, let them know, hey, to download the app, as you say, and
Yes,
that way they'll get a chance to get in the studio and have a chat, and talk about writing.
yes.
All right, Ava. Until next time, we'll talk again, and
Okay, Michael.
we'll get the group in here. You know what I mean? Have a good time. What say you?
Yes, yes.
All right.
I hope
So
this new show goes well for you, Michael. I really do.
you know what? And I know it will. That's for sure. I know it will. That's a fact.
Good.
Thank you. All right, Ava. You have a good one.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye. Well, um, it was Ava Bealby from the UK. Uh, know her for quite some time, and she was collaborating with me and Lorraine Carey, author Lorraine Carey. They're pretty cool. I've been doing this a long time, and she was talking about The Hurt, the trilogy, and it's a pretty good story. So check it out. Check it out on Amazon. I think you'll enjoy the story. You folks out there, I see that y'all in the chat, but for some reason or another, can't get you in here. Can't get y'all folks in here, but I do see y'all out there, and maybe y'all can send a text here, and maybe I can respond to that. Anybody wants to leave a text, just leave a text, and I'll respond to it in a few minutes that I have here. Let's see if that happens. Anyway, I'm really enjoying this. Just to be back, just to have my voice heard again, is always pretty cool. So let's see what happens with that. Again, I was supposed to have author Lorraine Carey here, but having technical issues and trying to figure this new platform out. But we'll get it going. We will definitely get it going. Anyway, I've enjoyed being back. I think it's pretty cool, and I look forward to new shows. And again, today's topic was about character arc. And again, for you folks who don't know what that is, it is the transformation of an inner journey of a character over the course of a story, which is always important. It's always important. Anyway, thanks everyone for listening in, and until next time, like I said, download that link. Hopefully, it can get y'all to download it and the app, and that way y'all can get in there so y'all can say a thing or two about the topic in question. Anyway, you folks are great, and I want to thank y'all again. And until next time, you know what I say. Don't forget your coffee, and hey, have a great Thursday. Enjoy the rest of the day. Have a good one, everyone.
Drop the needle down and dance me to the other side. And from there we can fly into